that. She
said, who's got all the videos?
Yeah, what's in the videos? What's that about? I mean, what would happen? What would happen if we got videos?
We need Candace to do a deep dive.
If we got videos of thousands of celebrities just each other and sucking dicks and taking Molly, and guys are passing them around, like, Jesus, like, just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like the state of New York, one of the district attorneys was hiding documents. They'd have forced them to get documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday for both of us.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's live take just cracked this Diddy case wide open. He didn't hold back. He said what most people too scared to even whisper. This isn't just about Diddy anymore. This got Epstein-level vibes all over it. Word is, the FBI got real tapes. Not just audio, but faces, names, receipts. Proof of what really went down at those wild Diddy after parties. And trust, some major Hollywood power players might be sweating bullets right now because Joe laid the whole thing out. There's a real shady pattern here. Secret parties, VIP guests, and a silence so loud it's almost suspicious. Joe even pointed out why this trial ain't being televised like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's, because if the public saw what's in that courtroom, all hell might break loose. He said the court's been showing straight-up clips and photos from inside Diddy's mansion parties, and it's way too wild for daytime TV.
I've had conversations with people about it, and it's like, Jesus, like, just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like the state of New York, one of the district attorneys was hiding documents. They'd have forced them to get documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the...
Oh, yeah.
And let's not forget, Joe isn't just some dude with a mic. He's connected to the elites, and when he said those parties were setups, not just hangouts, you better listen. Celebs pulled up thinking they were there to chill and show off, but turns out they walked into a whole trap. No phones allowed. Rumor is the drinks were spiked with who knows what. Hidden cameras everywhere, even inside the smoke detectors. That's next level shady. Joe said that's exactly how people got caught slipping. Relaxed, unaware, and on film without a clue. It explains a lot, like why so many folks in the industry suddenly vanished or started laying extra low. Joe even said maybe this wasn't some government operation. Maybe Diddy was just smart enough to build his own blackmail web. Think about it. Make people feel safe, then record everything. That's how you control careers. No wonder he built $1 billion empire before it all started crumbling. And then, boom, one of the first big names caught up in the smoke, Steve Harvey. Yeah, that's Steve. The minute Diddy's indictment dropped, people say Steve dipped, caught the first flight out the country.
Why don't they air it the same way they aired the coverage that Johnny Depp got?
I know. Why don't they? I don't know. They should. The ratings would be amazing.
Unreal.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you air that?
What's going to happen though, you think?
Well, Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Then the internet noticed he started wiping his social media clean, even deleting a 2017 tweet where he called Diddy a brother doing good. Now that's suspicious. This whole thing gets even weirder when it comes to Steve Harvey. He wasn't just cool with Diddy. They were tight. So close that people seriously think Steve had a hand in hooking up his daughter, Lori Harvey, with Diddy when she was just 22. And there's receipts. Vacation photos showing Steve, Lori, and Diddy all kicking it in Italy like some kind of power click. But here's where it gets sketchy. One photo of Lori caught the internet's attention. She's rocking white nail polish. Sounds random, right? But if you peeped Cassie's lawsuit, that detail ain't so innocent. She claimed every girl Diddy brought to those freak-offs had to wear white nails. Said it was to create a contrast with the darker-skinned men brought in for those parties. Now here's the thing. Young Miami had white nails too. Even Diddy's own mom was spotted with them. So now people are wondering, was Steve just playing the friendly dad role, or was he out here trying to climb higher in Hollywood by ignoring the red flags? And if the feds really got tapes and Lori ends up in one, that could be game over for the whole Harvey brand. But Steve ain't the only one staying out of sight.
Well, it would be a
'Cause he had the
great
juice
way
on
to
lot of
compromise celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah.
And get them to say whatever you want them to do, get them to do whatever projects you'd like them to do. And, you know, if you're a bunch of other celebrities are there, you're like, oh, look, Bill Clinton's here. This is fine.
Yeah.
This is cool. Look at this. Like, Brad Pitt's here. Oh, this is cool. You don't even think there's anything wrong with being there. Meanwhile, you're getting up and filmed. And then they're passing out punch. Have some punch, Aaron. And you have some punch, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm feeling really good. I just feel amazing. You're all up. You don't know what the you're doing. Probably a combination of things they give you.
And it's all being filmed.
Meek Mill's name has been coming up too. Multiple lawsuits mention him as being real close to Diddy behind the scenes. And since Diddy's crib got raided, Meek been radio silent. Kind of weird for someone who's usually all over social media. He even posted a tweet offering $100,000 just to find out who's behind the rumors connecting him to Diddy. Let's be real. You don't throw that kind of money around just because people are talking. You only move like that if you're shook about what might be out there. Insiders say Meek might be on some of the footage the feds recovered. If that's true, his name getting dropped is just a matter of when, not if. People online already clocking it. One person tweeted, "You seen in a pool with Diddy calling you daddy? How you think we gonna look at that?" Another said, "Bro, how you keep making it worse? Just log off." And then comes another name folks claim they saw on those tapes, Usher. Not super shocking since Usher's been linked to Diddy since he was real young. He joined Diddy's so-called flavor camp when he was just 13 years old. There's even been whispers that Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, had a CCTV recording of Diddy and Usher getting way too close. And when she sadly passed, guess what went missing? Her laptop and her phone.
Now, if that's not an intelligence agency operation, it's just one evil super genius who figures out how to compromise everybody by providing this crazy freak off party. Everybody's got to put their phones away. Okay, we're going to put our phone away. No one's going to know anything. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get cameras everywhere. It's just one guy doing that. What a diabolical human being.
Yeah.
People in Harlem been saying for years that Diddy might have even been the one who got Usher sent to the hospital at one point. Usher's name popped up again, this time in that Lil Rod lawsuit where Rod claimed Usher had something going on with Diddy. But wait, this drama doesn't stop there. Now the heat's turning toward Jay-Z. His history with Diddy runs deep. They've been locked in for years through music, business, and their whole billionaire boys club image. But now folks are dragging up the name Kathy White, the woman who allegedly got pregnant by Jay-Z and later turned up gone in a mysterious way. Several outlets been saying Diddy might have known what really went down. Some believe he kept that info tucked away, saving it as leverage. And it doesn't stop. Remember that lawsuit that dropped a few months ago? A woman claimed she was mistreated by both Diddy and Jay-Z at a high-profile after-party, right after the 2000 VMAs. She said it happened at a swanky NYC residence. At first it sounded serious, but when the court dug in, things fell apart quick. She said her dad picked her up after the party, but when he got on the stand, he said he didn't remember anything like that. The details were too messy, too many blanks, so the judge tossed the whole case out. But now the spotlight's swinging back to another wild rumor, an alleged tape that Pimp C had of Beyonce. Yep, that tape. Word on the street is that's what got him silenced. And with the Diddy case heating up, people online are wondering, could Diddy have that tape too? Just imagine the level of control something like that could give. And just when you think it can't get any darker, remember that odd video of Diddy singing Happy Birthday to French Montana? The one where they're both oiled up? It seemed weird back then, but when the feds raided Diddy's house and found 1,000 bottles of baby oil, that whole video hit different. What was really going on behind those closed doors? Another big name floating in this mess? LeBron James. On the surface, LeBron's image is clean-cut, top tier. But he's been spotted at several Diddy parties. And while no one's accusing him of anything, folks are asking why was he even hanging in those circles? If even one frame of him pops up in that footage, it could cause major fallout, fast. And then there's Jennifer Lopez. Before Cassie, there was J-Lo. She was the one riding for Diddy back in the day. And those infamous freak-offs, they weren't new. They've allegedly been happening for years, so if there's even one old tape with J-Lo involved, that might be the final nail. It's all starting to click now. Why J-Lo been so quiet all these years? Especially after that infamous club shooting with Diddy and Shine. For the longest time, folks been saying she wasn't just some innocent bystander caught in the chaos. And now, according to sources close to the case, J-Lo might have been the one carrying that piece in her purse the night everything popped off. Witnesses say she dipped fast the moment the shots rang out, and even now, that moment keeps coming back to haunt her. One of the women who got hit that night, Natanya Rubin, still hasn't let it go. She's been pushing hard to get the case reopened. She even said she's willing to have the bullet fragments removed from her face, just to prove that Diddy and J-Lo didn't tell the full truth. That's next-level commitment. Natanya claimed J-Lo straight up lied to the grand jury back then to protect herself and Diddy. And when you look at what we now know about Diddy's wild parties, hidden cameras, and manipulation tactics, that old cover story don't sound so crazy anymore. If the case gets reopened and it turns out J-Lo did lie under oath or played a role in the cleanup, she could be next in line to face serious heat. And now let's talk about Justin Bieber. For years now, there have been whispers that he might have been one of Diddy's victims too. Back when Justin was still a teen, he was spending time with Diddy under the label of mentorship. But the clips from back then, they're resurfacing, and the energy in those videos is straight up unsettling. In one clip, Diddy's sitting next to Bieber and casually drops, "Don't talk about what happened that weekend." In another, he turns and asks Bieber, "You wearing a wire?" Like, what was even going on during those hangouts? In recent years, Justin's opened up about how dark things got. He said there were moments where he didn't even know if he'd make it out alive. Said folks who claimed to care about him totally switched up when he actually needed help. The internet ain't buying the mentorship angle anymore either. One person online wrote, "Diddy is just the sacrifice. It runs way deeper." Another said, "The man's been calling himself a bad boy and a pimp since the 90s, and now people are shocked that he was serious." And someone else added, "It's time to clean house, both the government and Hollywood." So what are you thinking? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more real talk, raw and unfiltered, hit that subscribe button and roll into the next clip.